Presenting an accurate description of warnings about drugs is an important part of the dissemination of medical information. In this video, we'll talk about what the significance of the FDA Black Box Warning is. A black box warning is the FDA's most stringent warning for drugs and medical devices on the market. Black box warnings, or boxed warnings, alert the public and healthcare providers to serious side effects such as injury or death. The FDA requires drug companies to add a warning label to medications that have a black box warning. On the left side, there's an example of a black box warning. Black box warnings take their name from the black border around the warning information. The information in the box must have a header in all caps and information printed in bold typeface. These warnings notify the public of serious, permanent, or fatal side effects. Boxed warnings first appeared on medications in the 1970s. While drug companies are responsible for creating the information on a drug label, only the FDA has the authority to issue a black box warning. Once a drug receives a black box warning, its manufacturer must also create a medication guide that describes how patients can safely use the drug. These guides come with the medication at the pharmacy and are available online on the FDA site. Black box warnings warn the public but also alert doctors and other prescribers to serious side effects. Some evidence suggests, however, that these warnings may go unnoticed by doctors, putting patients at risk. Before adding a boxed warning to a medication or medical device, the FDA must have evidence that the drug poses a significant risk. This evidence comes from observations and studies conducted after a drug has been on the market. Unfortunately, this means that new drugs that have just hit the market typically will not have these warnings, and people who take these drugs may be at risk for a serious unknown side effect. After determining a drug needs a black box warning, the FDA contacts a drug company to add a warning to its label. The drug company then submits its language for FDA approval. Once the FDA approves the language, it is printed on the drug or device's package and on the medication insert. The FDA uses boxed warnings to highlight risks in the following situations. If evidence shows a drug causes a serious adverse reaction, potentially fatal, life-threatening, or permanently disabling, where the risks might outweigh the benefits. A serious side effect can be avoided or reduced in severity or frequency by appropriate use of the drug, such as avoiding use in specific situations, observing patients, careful patient selection, or avoiding using the drug with certain medications. The FDA approved the drug only for restricted use to ensure public safety, or the drug is less effective or dangerous to certain populations such as elderly, children, or pregnant women. The FDA doesn't often remove warnings, but when it does, it requires clinical evidence proving that the drug's risks are less severe than previous studies shown. There are, however, some challenges with black box warnings. Though it's shown to be effective in reducing use in at-risk patients, however, some experts say black box warnings are not effective because some physicians don't pay attention to them, and if they do, it is inconsistent. While black box warnings can decrease use of medication for at-risk populations, they might also discourage people who need medication from taking it, as some studies have shown. For example, one study performed by Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare Institute, published in 2014, showed that they found black box warnings decreased antidepressant use, but increased the suicide attempt among young people. Researchers say that the FDA's process for adding or removing warnings is also not clear, and it must require more evidence to remove a black box warning. I hope you found this video educational and useful. Please remember to like and share. Thank you.